Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again on the euro currency. So this week it was some kind of information vacuum, because just comparing to what we've got in the previous 2-3 weeks, it was just informational storm, while in the recent week it was relatively not big amount of the news, mostly investors trying to understand how better to treat the Biden presidency and how the announcement of the vaccine from the Pfizer could impact on the recovery of the global economy. So this is actually the two major points that we consider in today's weekly report, trying to make forecast what to expect on the euro currency price action. And based on information that we have on the assessment of the situation from the top analysis, such as the Phantom Consulting that we usually are watching for radar news, so we come to conclusion that the overall perspective divides into two parts. First, the shorter term within the maybe 1-3 months, within the quarter probably. It's December, January, February, that will be, or maybe even March, so that will be the period when impact of the vaccine preparing and inventing will not make this significant impact on the markets, because we have made the detailed observation of the companies that are now trying to invest and invent the vaccine, and it's mostly 4 companies. Currently it stands in a pipe, but they have very big difference in the amount of doses that they could prepare. Besides, as you know, the Pfizer vaccine needs to be stored in a storage with minus 70 degrees by the Celsius. So these very well are not common conditions for carrying of the vaccine, and that also imposed some difficulties from the transition with the applying in the other countries and so on. So anyway, shortly speaking, again, for lazy guys who would not want to read the report, within the perspective of 2 or 3 months, we suggest that euro should have the advantage concerning comparison to the United States dollar, because Biden's victory suggests stimulus. As long as the Fed will keep the rates low and more stimulus will be provided, we expect that it will impact on the United States dollar, makes it a bit weaker, while the euro zone currently has a better situation with the virus and stands on a step ahead compared to the United States in recovery. So once the lockdown is ready to finish, somewhere in the beginning of December, I suppose that the second part of the lockdown will be stopped, or maybe it will be eased, while the United States is yet to start make the measures to control and struggle with the pandemic. So for Joe Biden, it's still the task that it will have to resolve. That makes us think that euro currency should show a gradual positive performance within the maybe 3 months, maybe a bit greater, but closer to the end of the year, when the vaccine, as we suggest, should start to widely spread it and starts to wide using across the globe, the United States could get the gradual advantage, and the balance could turn in favor of the United States. This is due to the personal savings that stands approximately around $3 trillion in the United States, that probably they will be spent as soon as the situation will become better with the employment, with the pandemic, and that supports the United States economy to provide some push for growth. So that's what we expect. So turning to the technical situation, you could see that we still consider the same scenario as we discussed in the last week, mostly based on the strong upward action in euro currency in the weeks before. Recent week we have spent in discussing, and maybe somebody of you traded, this downward pullback that we expected, and now it's time to consider where we could take the long position in a continuation of this leg, in a continuation based on the momentum that we have here, this upward action. Daily trend stands bullish. Retracement that we have suggested has happened. Theoretically, markets still keep chances on a possible A, B, C, top, D pattern. But overall performance on the intraday chart makes me think, well, I'm gravitating to idea that upward action immediately has more chance to happen rather than downside deeper A, B, C pattern and following upward reversal. So I think that's probably we early should get the upward action. Why? Because first of all, market hasn't completed intraday ABCD pattern to the OP target and hasn't reached the 618 support. So you could see on the follow time frame chart, we have here a few ABCD patterns. If you remember, market is broken for the confluence, but wasn't able to reach the 618, which logically should happen theoretically. It's a deep retracement and turned up from the minor level for 50% support. So this is favorite level for euro currencies, you know, and in particular from that level it has started upward action. This makes me think that it's more probable that we could get upward continuation right from here rather than downside action, because once the confluence has been broken, there was absolutely no reasons to, from technical point of view, to stop and turning up from the minor levels, especially on the background of the sell-off that we see here. It's relatively strong, and here as well. So something has changed in the sentiment. So currently market is reassessing of the perspective of the vaccine, and it seems that's probably it's not everything stands as positive as it was in the first moment of announcing of this vaccine. So if it starts to fade and market turning up again. Another reason is on hourly chart, and as we talked about it, we said if market will not complete this pattern and will not reach the 1720, that could lead to appearing of the hand and shoulders pattern that actually we already mentioned in our video updates. And now we stand in a progress with this pattern, so take a look, it's easily could be recognized, left shoulder, head. Now, theoretically, in the beginning of the week, market should start to form the right shoulder. And that will be the culmination for our short-term trading. Particularly speaking, we started to watch an area around 1785, 1790. It will be decisive point, because that will become the bottom of the right arm. And here, we either will get the direct upward reversal, this upward continuation, which should get us A, B, C bottom, some D pattern on the weekly chart. Initially, we will consider just targets on the hand shoulders, but potentially this is a longer term weekly trade, actually. Or if market will fail to do this, well, in this case, it seems that indeed deeper ABCD pattern will be formed. So that will be an important point that we'll keep an eye on the next week. So that's our short-term view on the euro currency. Let's see what we will get on next week.